We are 5 years away from entering the 21st century. Humankind stands on the edge of the interactive age. You have come a long way. But are you ready for the future?
Introducing Sega Saturn. Aw, hit it! Sega's next-generation gaming platform, revolutionary sports and arcade gameplay, all with amazing new 3D experiences never before possible on home game systems. Wow.
Sega Saturn. It's how you play the game.
What's happening? What's happening?
Sega Saturn. Go farther than you have ever gone before. Sega Saturn. Play your games in the 21st century and leave the rest of the world behind.
So this was what's called Choice Cuts. It was a video sampler that came with the Saturn when you bought it. I think it was in the launch units. You see that the information is dreadfully outdated because, of course, it didn't launch with 20 games because of the early launch. But yeah, this is what you got when you got a system. This came in a little paper sleeve. I found it when I was going through my collection. So let's take a look at some of the games you're going to get to play when the Saturn launches. Take a sneak peek into the flash footage of this game where you are a crack helicopter pilot doing battle with a take-no-prisoners enemy. You don't stand a chance unless you fly and fight like there's no tomorrow, through all 6 levels of heavy artillery, heated combat, all in 360-degree action. Blackfire was terrible, by the way. I also have no idea if my audio is ahead of the video or not. So next, we've got Bug. Meet Bug, the amazing but overpaid new action hero starring on Sega Saturn. In his 3D role, traveling through 6 acts and 18 levels of amazing 3D landscapes, he battles scads of treacherous enemies on his way to the big finale against the wicked Widow Queen Cadavra. Bug ended up being pretty much the only Sega release, between the time the system came out early in May and when it was supposed to be released around September. This was like the major game that came out in those 5 months. And it was okay. Tried something interesting anyway. Oh. That video didn't like it. So, to put it into perspective, the very last issue of Sega Visions, I believe, was just before Bug came out, and they were so invested in it that they were selling it so heavily that every single page of that issue has a character from Bug on it. Clockwork Knight, most people know that. You're on a quest as the Noble Toy Knight Pepper Show. Your quest as the Noble Toy Knight Pepper Show is to race to rescue the Clockwork Fairy Princess before dawn, or your magical toy world will cease to exist. But don't be fooled into thinking this is mere child's play. You'll need to use strategy and split-second timing to find all of the secret rooms and things you'll need to survive. 2 is misspelled there. Again, it was an okay platform. It wasn't great, although it did 2.5D. It was one of the earliest examples of it anyway. And this and Bug both got sequels. Look at those polygons. You get to fight a transformer. Myst, of course. Now a PC game, Myst is available from Sunsoft for Sega Saturn. Journey through a surreal, mysterious island world while attempting to unravel the chilling tale of intrigue and injustice of a betrayal of ages past. Fun fact, this music is actually from the soundtrack for Batman Returns on the Sega CD by Spencer Nilsson. Nothing better than controlling mouse-driven games with a controller. The almighty Panzer Dragoon. 1,000 years into the future, humankind has all but been destroyed by its own genetic creations. With the guidance of an armored blue dragon, you must defeat an army of evil cyborg insect armies. Through 7 levels and 360 degrees of intense, surreal action. You must stop the dark dragon or die trying. This game was great, by the way. Don't let this terrible video fool you. What else we got? Solar Eclipse by Crystal Dynamics is the first and fastest original 3D space combat simulator for Sega Saturn. Players must survive in a target-rich 3D environment as they destroy enemy ships with devastating firepower. Features chase plane and cockpit views, over 40 minutes of full-motion video animation, and in-shop FMV Comlink communications. Another cool fact, Crystal Dynamics was actually founded by ex-Sega of America people. Most of their games were made for the 3DO originally. And this and Off-World Interceptor look like they shared an engine. Snow Sewer Shark. Virtua Fighter. Only Sega Saturn packs the punch of the incredible arcade success of Virtua Fighter and its real kick in the teeth. It's got the arcade speed, control and graphics, all 700 moves, revolutionary polygon graphics, and changing 3D perspectives, 8 different fighters, and as many tournament or head-to-head fights with a friend as you can take. And the Saturn version was pretty decent, while the Virtua Fighter remix was a little better. It's funny how they start out showing the two slowest characters. NHL All-Star Hockey. So with real players, real teams, and real hard-hitting action, this is the most realistic hockey game ever. Choose from the real NHL teams or create your own to challenge the pros. You get team and player stats, player cards, player footage, and a tour of the Hockey Hall of Fame. Up to 12 players simultaneously. So this game looked terrible. Two things about this game. One, it was actually shown in Mallrats. Banky, I think, the main character, plays this when he's ignoring his girlfriend. Originally, that was meant to be one of the Genesis NHL games, but Sega actually approached Kevin Smith and asked him to put in the newer game. Other thing about this game is I believe it's one of the first times on a console where there was a mode that was similar to Be a Pro, where you only played as one player throughout the whole game, so you played one position, which was kind of new back in the day, but it looks awful. 3D arenas with 2D sprites. I also don't think they ever score a goal in this video. Pebble Beach golf links, more realism, more control, more hazards, and more true-to-life features than ever before. Toward the entire course, or have course descriptions provided by golf legend Craig Stadler. Maybe, I don't know who he is. Use replay to see your shot in first-person perspective or watch it from the ball cam view. Up to the challenge, this course is more than up to par. This game, there was a time in golf games where they basically were using polygon graphics for the courses, and then they were using full motion video capture for the players. So you'd set your swing meter, and then he would just play a canned animation of his swing. This totally falls into that category. Unfortunately, the Saturn's video capability makes it look like a big green blob. We must be getting near the end here. Worldwide Soccer. Want speed, US and international teams, and real turf-tearing head-to-head action? Then you want Worldwide Soccer. With 3D views and 24 dynamic camera views, you'll always have the best angle. Combine this with a multiplayer feature, 5 play modes, and replay control, and you get the most realistic soccer action this side of the stands. I think this game was pretty well received, actually. Definitely looks good for a Saturn game. See, it's using the same 3D field sprite players. At least in their video, they're scoring. There you go, the infamous Daytona USA. An exact conversion of the most realistic 3D racing arcade game ever. This high-speed stock car racing game lets you choose from 4 dynamic viewpoints on the fly. It's compatible with the analog steering wheel arcade racer for that behind-the-wheel feel. All this and 3 challenging tracks create heart-pounding excitement. And for as terrible as this was, I absolutely loved it when it came out. Wow, we're still going. VR Virtua Racing. So Time Warner Interactive's VR Virtua Racing allows you to race against 15 teams on 10 tracks with your choice of 5 different racing machines through an entire season. Your success will depend on your ability to make use of those razor-sharp driving skills to outsmart and outdrive the competition. So yes, it says there that Time Warner Interactive released this, even though it's a Sega arcade game. And that was something that Sega was doing for some reason on the Saturn. Time Warner released Virtua Racing and Shinobi. Not sure why. And this version of Virtua Racing is awful. The 32X version is 10 times better. Although I do like that old-timey Grand Prix car. Yeah, it's true. The 32X version was way more faithful to the arcade and it played better in general. And that's it, we're back to the beginning. So let me just see if there's anything else that this disc has. I don't think it will, but you never know. Nope, that's it. So I'm going to call it a night there, but I just thought I'd give you a little taste of a little bit of Saturn history, for better or worse. So I'm going to sign off for tonight. These videos will be up on YouTube, hopefully in the next day or so. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you haven't, please donate to Extra Life, extra-life.org. My username is Seward. If you donate $25 or more, you get to dictate what classic Sega or Sega System game I play for an hour on October 25th, which I will be live streaming, probably on Twitch. And hey, go check out Generation 16. Go check out Player One Podcast. Probably see you tomorrow night with